Good morning. We are the Life Motivators. We come in here each day to give y'all some inspiration, some knowledge, some little things that we're experiencing within our life to be able to work with each other, to nourish each other, to grow with each other, to inspire each other to do what? Be our best self today, to have fun in everything that we're doing. We have learned throughout this process of life, of everything that we have experienced, if we don't want something within our life, then do not speak it. Because if you speak it, then you will bring it to what they call fruition. And then you have brought it right there into your life that day. And then now you have, why do I have so much BS going on within my life today? Then how did you start your day? Is my question to you. What did you want to experience today? What feelings did you want to have? What emotions did you want to have? What joy did you want to have in your life? And did you speak that to yourself this morning before you got out of bed? Because that is what I speak into experience every single day of my life, of what I'm going to have within me and the things that I'm doing, the way I'm going to feel about it, how my ending day is going to be as I watch the sunset with my cool beverage and my lady sitting in the hot tub and being able to relax and say, you know what, it was another accomplished day. And I want to thank the Lord, and I want to thank this day. And I want to thank you for being within my life and supporting me with the things that I do. And I want to thank the Lord for everything that we have within our life that we can say thank you for. The fur babies that run around the yard, the beautiful landscaping that we have, the physical abilities that we have each day to be able to do the things that we can and we want to do, not the things that we don't want to do. Y'all heard me? The things I want to do, the things that make me happy each day. But how do you start that day to keep it? That is where it all counts. What are the words that are you giving to yourself? Because the actions that you do within you, the actions that you give to yourself, the words that you speak out of that mouth around you and around others, especially your children. Because if you don't want them to drink that, if you don't want them to smoke that, if you don't want them to take that, if you don't want them to speak that, then what actions are you putting within your life? Because they are following suit with the people that they love and think that is around them and supports them. So if you're doing all of that, then what are they seeing? And what are they doing? And you're saying, you shouldn't be doing that. Can you really say those words? Because if you have done that around them and they have seen you do it, then you cannot say those words. So the actions that you give along to yourself along throughout the day, and the words that you give to yourself, the way you're speaking about yourself, because if you look in the mirror and your children are brushing your teeth right there by you, and you say, man, I don't like the way my face looks. Oh, I need to get my hair done. I don't like the way my hair looks. Oh, man, I'm fat. I don't look good within this body. Now, what are your kids going to start saying to themselves when they look into the mirror? Because they may have a little extra poundage on them. Are they going to start talking ill about themselves and say, you know what, I'm fat, I'm just, no, you're perfectly imperfect within that body that you have, and you will only do something with it when what's going to make you feel the best. Because if you dislike what you have, then we have to take action to make it a little bit better. We have to give ourselves the better words every day to make us feel better, to get us out of that anxiety, to get us out of that depression, to get us out of that fear. Because it was many days when I was in my depression that I had to work out of it. And how did I do it? I started giving better words to myself every morning. And with these little practices that I started doing every day many years ago is what has brought me to where the place that I am to be able to inspire others, because I got up and I know that my cup is full. I know my heart is overflowing, and I know my life is full of abundance in everything that I do on a day-to-day basis, all by the words that I do, by the actions that I take. My two boys are off on their adventures doing their things. Julio said it yesterday. I am a man of adventure. I love to travel. I love to go to see different places. I love to meet new people. I like to see the culture. I like to taste the food. I like to hang around and see the atmosphere for longer than 2 days. When I go and I travel somewhere, I stay for a period of time so I can enjoy the scenery and the people and the different sunrises and sunsets that I can catch. It is so much fun. Sometimes you never know. You be in a different town or a different city, and then every Sunday they have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, 6 guys get together at the local park with their acoustical instruments and just play. And just sit there at the park to listen to the harmonizing of what's going on. No singing, no nothing, but them just having fun with their talents, showing what they have and working together in the co-creating of that music. That right there is so much fun. So when you travel, find those different little venues. There's much things that you can do throughout this world that doesn't cost money. There's many places that you can go that doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. You do not have to go to every place that is bling blingy and touristy. There is the beaten paths that a lot of people don't take, that you will find more culture within and more knowledge and experience within. Every day that we live a life is full of adventure. There is many things around the corner that you may not have experienced because of the self-doubt of, oh, it might be scary, or I may not like it, or, oh, it's going to be too hard. But you never know the stories that you'll be able to tell and the memories that you'll be able to take if you at least try. You at least get up and start giving yourself the good words that we ask here in the morning time, the I love yous in the mirror, the I am, the power affirmations that you start giving to yourself. This is all free. This is stuff that we're giving to you every day so you can start making a new habit within your life like I did. Start putting a new experience within your life that you may not have ever experienced before. Do it more than 30 days. We're only a few days from 365 that we've been in here doing this every day just to be able to show people the new habits of how this can be done. And it didn't cost you anything except a little bit of your time to spend in here with us in the morning times to listen, to go to the YouTube channel and check them all out if you would like. So that way you can see every day it has been a different message, but yet the same message with a different twist. But it all boils right back down to the words that you start your day with, the gratitude that you're within your life, the happiness that you have with everything within your life in the now, time, space, reality. Because once you get into the happiness of what you already have, the more shall come. Keeping that energy of those good words of knowing that that more is coming. And I know it, and I am happy for it today. I know that I'm happy today because I choose to be. Because being happy is a choice that we all get to take. It is something that we as humans, we have. That cat does not have a choice to open that door to go outside. We have a choice to open that door. What do you want to do within your life each day? All I'm going to ask you to start doing, start scratching it down on a notepad. Start keeping you a little journal of different things that you would like to go do and experience. Many people say, oh, I got a bucket list. Don't live a bucket list for later. Start living that life now. If you're thinking about it, go do it. Don't say, oh, I'll do this when I get time. There may not be another time. If your mind is thinking it, you shall do it. Get after it. Take action upon it. Well, what I want is not going to be able to happen just today, but no, it will not happen if you do not start something today. So if you see a bigger vision that you want in life, then you have to start taking a little action today to move towards that bigger picture. But if you just sit there and you talk about it and you talk about it and you talk about it and talk about it, before you know it, 20 years has gone by. 20 years goes pretty fast. We've all experienced that. I see many faces in here that, you know, it's 20 plus within here. And just know to where you're at right now within your life and the things that you experienced, it happened within a blink of an eye. Guess what? The next 20 years is going to happen within a blink of an eye. Those kids that Shannon has that are in their 20s, before you know it, she's going to be sitting there with 20-year-old grandchildren. And then now, right? So 20 years from now, yes, Shannon, you will have grandchildren. You will be on that rocking chair.
You just put the biggest damn Kool-Aid smile. Look, she's scratching her head too. Like, what would that even be like? Oh my gosh.
You know, so I mean, I'm 46 now. So 20 years from now, I know I'll be sitting around telling stories with my grandchildren, just like everybody within here. I want to be able to tell some stories of the things that I've done, the people I've been able to inspire, the people I was inspired by, the journeys that I got to watch on the soap opera on a computer screen or on the cell phone now versus a 62-inch screen TV that is nothing but reruns. You know? I don't want to see reruns. I like to see action.
We have all seen that episode of I Love Lucy. It's okay. We enjoy with this soap opera is a lot better.
It is, because it has new adventures, new dreams, new passions that we get to hear about. The things that where people are at now and the places they want to go, and we get to see that journey along the way. The unfolding of the manifestations that we get to hear that once people thought was a dream. Then we come in here and they start learning how to give better words to themselves, better actions to themselves, better planning to themselves, scheduling their life a little bit better. And then we could see the dreams unfold because people are starting to awaken to the bigger side of life, the bigger part of what you came to this earth to co-create on. This hollow ground, this soil that is not being remade. There's nowhere else is there dirt being made right now. There's nowhere else is time standing still. It will be in a continuous motion, and we are here evolving on this together as we co-create each day, bringing new life to the earth with the love as of another, as we co-create right there, and co-create and manifesting different things, like Julio was saying yesterday, taking a tree that has fallen, utilizing the wood off of it to build a brick and mortar home, a structure, being able to take some dirt and sand and mixture and making concrete to make shelter for homes. The fabrics that are coming off of hemp works, the clothing, the material that they make off of stuff of that as well, that is being utilized every day, that is grown straight from the soil. So no matter what we're doing in life, enjoy every turn, every joy, and just know that there are eyes upon you for the words that you speak to your own self. There are ears that are listening to everything that you're doing within your own life, your own structure. Keep the energy, keep the faith, keep believing with it in everything that you want to do today, and know that you have that power. It's a great day to have a great day.
Yeah, Thomas, you started off talking about being cautious of the words that we use. We have all heard that saying that, be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. How many times I'm kind of scrolling, watching all of you guys nod your head around the same time. So you all have, well, not everybody, well, mostly everybody has had an experience like that where it's like, whoa, where did this come from? And then you think about it. You set it to the atmosphere yesterday or the day before that or 2 weeks ago. Guys, this is, remember yesterday we were referencing, how laws operate, whether we practice them or not, because these are how the universe operates in general. These laws are here. The law of gravity is there no matter what, so by us speaking stuff, we're always proclaiming stuff into the atmosphere. We're always, whether, be affirmations in a positive way or in a negative way, or regardless, we're always speaking something into existence. So what are you speaking into existence? What are you speaking into your life? What are you speaking into your situations, man? There's power in that. The good book says that when it's our time, guys, that we're going to be judged for every word that came out of your mouth, whether you were joking, whether you were just, you were saying something that was out of the heart, and it was out of anger or whatever. We're going to be judged for the things that we say. But you can proclaim some good things. You can set yourself up for some good things, I think, by speaking positivity over yourself, by affirming good things in your day. But this can also work in a negative way. Be mindful. That's why I say, hey, you be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. Well, if you're saying something and you're saying it over and over again, whether it's positive or negative, and we're referencing negative right now, that might come back to bite you in the freaking butt. Me and Thomas, we always reference, how people in their behavior patterns shoot themselves in the foot. They'll proclaim greatness over themselves or say that they want this, they want that. 20 minutes later, they're cursing their own situations, right? It's like they took the gun and they're shooting themselves in the foot. Bang, bang. Oh, it hurts. I can't walk. Well, you did it yourself, you big dummy. So what are you proclaiming over yourself? What are you speaking over yourself? There's power in your words. We talk about it all the time, that our eyes and our ears are the windows to our soul. So whatever is in you is going to come out. So if you got go ahead, Tommy, you want to add something?
Yeah, before, what he's talking about with shooting yourself in the foot is people say, oh, I want this, or I want to do that, but I don't have the money, but I don't, that's what he's talking about. When you say you want something, you're at a good high vibration, but then all of a sudden your brain goes to your financial bank account that might be down here, and it's like, oh, I can't afford that. If you want it, speak it. You know what? I want to do that, and it's going to happen one day.
Well, we have, in my opinion, look, there's an endless amount of wealth out there, guys. There really is. You know, we are entrepreneurs. You know, we have chosen a number of ways to generate income using the online, you know, platform and all the many services that are available to us here. But this is the only way to make money. You know, getting a regular job is not the only way to make money. You know, it's not the only way to, give me one second. It's not the only way to make money. It's not the only way to earn a living. You know, you can do it through real estate. You can do it through resale. I mean, Gary Vee had an awesome video a few months ago where he's like, oh, you want to learn how to generate some additional income? He goes, we all have garage sales and yard sales, right? So he literally did a small little clip. I mean, you know, it took longer than that, but it was about a 20-minute skit where he's going through different yard sales, picking up items and reselling them for more online, utilizing the internet, selling stuff. He paid $3 for a video game, sold it for $40. You know, I mean, this is just something like that people just, you know, one man's trash is another man's treasure kind of stuff, you know, but I'm just saying the possibilities to what we can do are endless, you know, and that's where the beautiful thing comes into play where you can get yourself in that right frame of mind. You can get yourself in the right frame of thinking, you know, but you also have to get into the right frame of speaking, you know. Thinking is great. It's great. Out of the abundance, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak. So what's in you? What's in you? If you feel like, look, there's nothing but garbage in you, okay, then we'll reference that cup mentality, you know. Then pour out your cup by all means. If you feel like there's nothing but garbage in you, pour out your cup, my friend, and replace it with positivity. Replace it with a book that hey, you know what, you have that book, blow it off, blow the dust off it, baby. It's been sitting on that shelf for 20 years. Go ahead, it's a good time to pick it up today. You know, I mean, it's just an example, but I mean, you pick up a book, you know, listen to a podcast, you know, YouTube. There's so many different resources out there where you could start filling up your cup with greatness. You could start filling your cup with positivity. You could start realizing more. You know, yesterday, you know, just, you know, the reading of the magic, that was great. You know what I'm saying? That's a great practice too. You haven't grabbed that book, grab that book by all means, my friend. You know, it's a 28-day practice. You know, affirm some great things within yourself. Affirm some great things over your life. You know, over your day. It all starts, you know, with this morning, man. It all starts with and I don't mean just today. It all starts with the morning. You hit that ground running, man, and there's nothing. You know, think about it like this. Let's pretend for a second. I love playing pretend. You know, that we're a big train. You know, we're a big train with all this weight and all this freight. And what's the weight? The weight is your family. The weight is stress. You know, the weight is everything that comes at you, whether it be positive or negative, things that you want to come, things that you're trying, you know, things that you've let go, all of that. It's all behind you, but you're moving forward nonetheless. When that thing gets going in a momentum, it's hard to stop. It's hard to stop, you know. So if you can get yourself going, you know, get yourself going early in the morning, get yourself in the proper practice of routine and practicing positivity, practicing the law of attraction, practicing self-development, you know, taking every moment, whether it's 5-10 minutes, you go, Julio, I'm so busy, blah, blah, blah. I know all about it. You're preaching to the choir, my friend, okay? But that 5 minutes that you take in the bathroom, take a book with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm keeping it real. The time that you're in the car driving to and from work or to and from to do groceries or errands or all of this stuff, throw on YouTube, listen to some Jim Rohn, put your earbuds in, exactly what Thomas is doing. There's so many different ways where you can continue to build yourself up every single day without fail, day in and day out. Building yourself up. Look, a house isn't built. A mansion isn't built. Rome wasn't built in a day. Nothing was built like this, guys. Nothing is built 24 hours. But guess what? If you stack a brick in your life today, then tomorrow you'll stack another brick. And the day after that, you can stack another brick and another and another and another. So you could build something for you. That's all Mr. Warden is always telling us about. He tells you that. He does it in different forms, but he wants you to build something for you to call your own. But it all starts with yourself. It all starts with numero uno, what you're telling yourself. You know, the affirmations you're proclaiming over yourself in the mirror. You know, have you said your thank yous today, my friend? You know, Roxy said, hallelujah in the background. You know, have you said your thank yous, man? You know, if you're alive and well this morning, then just that alone deserves a thank you. Thank you that I have life in this body. I thank you that I have breath in these lungs, eyes to see, hands to touch. I can taste, I can hear, I can smell. You know, you have vitality in you. There's purpose behind who you are. How do I know? Because you made it out. Plain and simple. You're the one sperm cell that made it amongst many others, millions and millions of others, which means you have purpose behind who you are, person, man. Realize that, man. There's power, there's authority in everything you do. But if you choose to operate under the negative forms of energy and the wrong forms of energy, and you allow other people to tell you what to do and how you're going to act and what you're going to say and how you're going to carry yourself, then I'm sorry, you're going to go and you're going to live that life willy-nilly. You're going to live that life in a zombie state. You know, you're not going to be in tune the way you want to be. You're not going to operate off of the energies that you want to. And to dream will be only that. You'll just be a dreamer, my friend, because you can't take yourself out of that frame of mind. But the second you do, oh, it's a beautiful thing. The second that you say, you know what, I'm going to start putting this into practice, and it ain't going to happen overnight. It's about building that routine, building that routine. You know, Thomas has been talking about us being on here for almost a year now. What have we done? We built the routine, guys. We built it within our own community. We built it within ourselves. We started with ourselves, though. And now look, I guarantee you that if me and Thomas, or if Thomas, because he's spearheading this, if Thomas weren't here tomorrow morning, and I don't mean like not here on earth, no longer with us, I meant if he didn't have a morning, show, how many people would be poking at you?
Got a call. There'd be a lot. People would be messaging all morning. Where you at? What's going on? Miss Crystal has joined in with the community as well to start bringing out some little quotes that she is writing up for us to be able to go off the message of the day. So, Miss Crystal, we're going to let you go ahead and throw that one out for us.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm back at The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. Just kind of right at the beginning of the book there, and it's just talking about the golden thread of gratitude. This kind of ties into what you guys were talking about today. So it says it's dating back thousands and thousands of years to the earliest recordings of humankind. Major religions, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, Sikhism, and Hinduism have gratitude at the core of their teachings. Muhammad said that the gratitude of the abundance you received is the best insurance that abundance will continue. Buddha says that you have no cause for anything but gratitude and joy. Krishna said that whatever he is offered, he accepts with joy. Jesus said thank you before he performed each miracle. A quote from a Shawnee Native American leader says, when you arise in the morning, give thanks for the morning light as it shines down on my face here. Give thanks for your life and strength. Give thanks for your food and the joy of loving. If you see no reason for giving thanks, the fault lies within you. And that's the biggest thing. And kind of like what Julio was saying earlier is that, you don't want to shoot yourself in your own foot.
Say that again, please say that again. Say what your last line, say that again. I think it deserves a re-speaking because it had so much power in it.
If you see no reason for giving thanks, the fault lies within you. It's as simple as waking up in the morning and just, starting your path off right and find the reasons, looking at this pen. It's a basic thing to be grateful for. I'm grateful I can hold it with my hands. I'm grateful that I can write. I'm grateful for my eyes to see what I'm writing, to share my words and my thoughts and my feelings. So find gratitude in every little part of your day, and it'll be bloom in blessings. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Very powerful in every word that she had spoken this morning, along with Julio and myself. A lot of new things that you're going to start implementing within your life to make a new habit is starting to put new words, new forms. That's all we've talked about for the entire year, is putting new words to yourself, which is going to put you with the new habits, new actions, the new thought processes, and then moving forward to making a better version of you today in every shape, form, or fashion of the physical body that you are happy with, because we are perfectly imperfect human beings walking on this earth, having a great time as we do it. Julio, did you have anything else before we pass it over to Shannon?
No, it's just just remember that, guys. We have so much, whether you realize it or not, man. This thing, the tongue, it's not easily tamed. Let's put it that way. The same way we bless people, we curse people. The same way we bless ourselves, we curse ourselves. The power of the tongue is such a great thing, man. Even if, I don't, everybody on here doesn't necessarily believe the same thing, but even upon creation, it says we were formed. And when we were formed, he breathed life into us. Even to breathe, there's a certain sound that comes off of breathing, which means what? It first must be spoken. Even in the breath of life, that first breath of life, So remember that, this thing right here, tame the out of it, because if we don't control it, it'll run rampant. It's like, a lot of us are parents in here. Are you just going to let your kid do whatever the heck they want to? No, you're going to train them. You're going to teach them. Look, my son, look, my daughter, this is the right way to do it. This is how you're supposed to act. This is how you're supposed to carry yourself. Or if you're at the dinner table, you say, this is how you practice proper etiquette. There's so many different forms. So in that, we have to just train ourselves to teach ourselves to speak the right things, man. Don't get me wrong. We can all get into our modes where we want to snap and, but even in those moments, I think we need to take control of ourselves and analyze differently. I've spoken about this a lot, but like in the majority of, I've taken a lot of parenting classes throughout the years, guys. And in each one of those parenting classes taught by different people with different churches, different couples, different organizations or whatever. Even when I used to work for, I was a social worker, and I used to be with the agency, and taking parenting classes there and how to deal with youth and whatnot. They all were talking about you first learning what it is to manage yourself. And all those parenting classes, what's the first lesson they all taught? For the adult to have self-control over their emotions, for the adult to have control over their tongue, for the adult to have control over their behavior. And Thomas, you were speaking about that earlier. Our behaviors, our children are going to mimic. They're not going to be what you want them to be. No, they're going to be what they see you being. So what are you emulating in your life? What are you speaking? What are you choosing? How are you choosing to live? That's what they're going to live out. Outside of that, man, the rest is up to you, my friends. Love y'all, man.
Love and appreciate y'all. Shannon is going to wrap us up with her power affirmations that she gives us every morning. Right now, we only have a few days, I think maybe a week left of New York affirmations. Then it's going to be a whole different vibration from Tennessee affirmations. She might have a little slang with her by she gets Tennessee. Who knows? I'll get that Southern slang in her. Go ahead, Miss Shannon.
Morning, everybody. Be confused. It's where you begin to learn new things. Be broken. It's where you begin to heal. Be frustrated. It's where you start to make more authentic decisions. Be sad, because if we are brave enough, we can hear our heart's wisdom through it. Be whatever you are right now. No more hiding. You are worthy always.
You are worthy always. Power right there in everything that you're doing. You say that, I am worthy always. And you're expecting that every day in everything that you're doing, in every situation that comes up. I'm expecting to be worthy. Love and appreciate you all, guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow.